Oh, hey everyone, my name is Kurian and I run a marketing agency called 40 Parables here in Dallas. And so when you are a marketer, you don't go to others for marketing help. Like if you're a mechanic, you fix your own cars. You might not be the best at it, but you wouldn't go to someone else for help in your domain, which you think concepts about storytelling. I was like, sure, I'd love to get to know what that is about, but I was like, sure, I can probably handle this by myself. But after I spent an hour with George, I realized some major blind spots that I wouldn't have run surely by myself. And so he talked to me about the power of stories. He talked to me about my own personal moments, the good, the bad. I talked to him about how it was a massive challenge for my wife and I. We had our second kid during a Texas snowstorm, like one of the worst snowstorms in a century. And he told me about the emotions that I could think about during that pregnancy and the actual birth. And I realized the things that I never thought before, I never put them into words. And it was a very defining exercise, which brought the marketer in me to realize that I actually don't know enough about storytelling. I don't know the power of what it can do for myself, and I'm not leveraging it really well. And so George has this wonderful exercise. It's just an hour past because again, I don't go to get help because I think I can do by myself. And so I want to thank George for the 1 hour. He helped me really put terms and phrases. He actually equipped me to kind of put some words and meaning and speech to the thoughts in my head, which I hadn't actually coded out. I was not using it. I was not reflecting on it. And I was not actually getting reassured by it when times were tough. George has a fabulous exercise. If you're like me, if you're in my generation, and if you're trying to lead people forward, I think it's imperative that we learn how to use storytelling really well. I must confess, I didn't know the potential that I could with George till I had the 1 hour with him. So if anyone's really looking forward to lead the world forward, and if you want to make sure you're on top of your storytelling game, don't miss a chance to spend an hour with George. His next dimension process is really actually taking us forward to the next dimension. So I want to thank you, George. Let's please do this to consider doing it for themselves. It's probably one of the best hours that you will spend, and you will have a lot to show for it. Thanks again, all the best, and hey, let's all tell some great stories together.